Community of West African States, Ecowas, has accepted Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger's requests and determination to exit the Union. Ecowas will start the transition process from these hunters.
It is no longer news that in time past, of recent times, years, the ECOWAS have been having a bit of fracas issues here and there based on the fact that some countries, about 3 countries in the course of Burkina Faso, Niger, and one other country, which has their presidency as the military regime. And yes, this has caused a lot of fracas. This has caused a lot of uproar from different countries in the ECOWAS, yes. And we know that some countries, like my own country, like I will always say, Nigeria, and as well Ghana, has been of the opinion, yes, got comments here and there based on some different topic, diverse topic of citizens of this country pleading, agitating, and hoping that they also break out of ECOWAS for some reasons, as the case may be, yes. And guys, it's being held of different opinions, different objectives, different inputs. And yes, as citizens of West Africa, we have the right to air our views, our opinion on what we think, what we want. But before then, I would like us to take the breaking news of today, yes, which the ECOWAS leader has instructed the exit of these countries out of the ECOWAS community, yes, out of the ECOWAS system. And it brought a lot of agitation, comments here and there, which I'm definitely going to react to at the end of this video. But before then, let's take a look at what played out, how the whole news broke down, and we will be right back.
Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has accepted Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger's requests and determination to exit the Union. ECOWAS will start the transition process from these hunters. However, the president of ECOWAS maintains the door is still open for mediation during this transition phase from January to July 2025. Arise correspondent reports.
It is the 66th ECOWAS meeting with leaders of state and government. In attendance are 12 regional leaders, with the exception of 3 countries, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. The focus is to decide on the request of the 3 military juntas to take their countries out of the regional bloc as their 1-year notice expires. In his opening remarks, the chairman, Authority of Heads of State and Government and President of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, underlined the importance of the region being united despite present issues.
The strength of our region lies in our unity, and through integration, we can overcome our challenges and chart a path forward to a shared prosperity. Our gathering here today, they affirm the founding principles of our fathers and that of our organization, established to promote economic integration, peace and prosperity for our region through cooperation and solidarity.
With the region's 50th anniversary around the corner, the president of the commission commended members for standing by to ensure the region stays strong.
On the economic front, member states have shown resilience amid global and regional challenges. While global growth has slowed to 3.2% this year, ECOWAS countries are expecting a slightly improved average growth rate of 3.8% compared to 3.6% in 2023. However, inflation and public debt levels remain significant concern, highlighting the urgency of fiscal prudence and efficient debt management.
After the closed-door meeting, the leaders accepted the fate of the region by allowing these 3 countries to leave, but allow for continuous mediation.
The decision taken by the leaders is to take note of the notification by Burkina Faso, the Republic of Niger, of their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. The authority acknowledges that in accordance with the provisions of Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty, the 3 countries will officially cease to be members of ECOWAS from 29 January 2025. The authority decides to set the period from 29 January 2025 to 29 July 2025, that is 6 months, as a transitional period will keep ECOWAS's doors open to the three countries during the transition period. In this regard, the authority extends the mandate of President Gnassingbé of Togo and President Faye of Senegal to continue their mediation role up to the end of the transition period in order to bring back the three countries to ECOWAS.
But it's very important for them to note that ECOWAS needs a united front in fact tackling its challenges, insecurity, poverty, and of course development. So this summit is to address those concerns with the leadership of the chairman of ECOWAS, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria. ECOWAS needs a unity for the development and peace of the region.
With the current situation of the region, citizens can only hope that the region stays together rather than disintegrated. Punaraman Benjamin, Arise News.
Yes, it didn't just end there. One of our very own, the person of RFI, actually gave his own opinion, input amongst every other person's opinion. Let's also take a look at what he has to say, and we'll come back to draw our final conclusions, analysis, and reactions.
All right, Rufai, this is last year. They stated their intentions to withdraw from ECOWAS. It looked like things were looking better with negotiations and mediations from presidents. I know President of Senegal in particular, some religious leaders and otherwise, but it's like it's the end of the road for Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso as members of ECOWAS.
It's the end of the road for now because they are being led by military juntas. Tomorrow, you might have a civilian government in those countries and decide to restart ties. So I'm not surprised. These greedy, egregious, selfish military leaders are just constantly about their own selfish interests. Look at Assimi Goïta, for instance. I think when the democratic impasse started in Mali, President Jonathan was even part of those that went there to talk to Assimi Goïta. They will first lie and say, okay, we'll put forward a path to return to civilian rule. And the next thing they renege on that path. So that's it. In Niger, we have also seen all the empirical facts that it was not as if Bazoum did anything that was wrong. They just wanted to take over. In Burkina Faso, yes, we know there was impasse, and that's why also, please, the political leaders should play by the rules. Because if you don't play by the rules, then you will open the flanks for people like this. But we should never support military rule. It's never the way forward. Because it has come to show that all these leaders were about their own selfish interests. The second point of it is, yes, according to Article 91 in the Ecowas Treaty, you give a 1 year period for an exit clause. When you give a 1 year period, negotiations go on and all of that. But they are saying they didn't want to take this clause. In fact, they had gone ahead to set up their own association of the Sahel, where they're all coming together, and all of them are saying they want to pivot towards Russia, which I'm going to talk about. It's going to give them a big problem. So now that ECOWAS are saying, yeah, we're going to put up a timeline to 2025 when you're going to officially go. Yes, I mean, it's not a big deal. Mauritania too left the ECOWAS Union at some point. But also we have seen people like even up to Morocco say they wanted to join because they said the juicy trade package also available in this West African market. So, yes, I know ECOWAS is going through challenges. It was set up in 75, but the truth has to be said. We need to be able to say, like Thomas Isodowe Noel Shankara would say, colonialismo aba, militarism aba, down with it in all of these countries. As regards hobnobbing with Russia, see, the truth is, you think France is about colonial power and all of that. France is also wrong in its own regard because of what they have done to these countries in the past. But Russia is even worse off. Russia will just come and steal and plunder. How do I know? Empirical fact. Look at what they're doing in Sudan. Look at how Russia now has pivoted between two factions in Sudan because it favors them. It's always about what is in it for them. Russia was in Sudan to be able to get a leeway, to be able to get a military foothold on the African continent. They've been looking for this opportunity. And with Wagner doing some work across most of these African countries, these people think they're delusional enough to think Russia is in their interest. Russia will be out there to look for solid minerals. So the France you are running away from, Russia is obviously not the solution. What I constantly talk about is Africa should grow from within. And this country should be able to live to meet the potentials of all their greatness. And that's what the likes of, and I'm saying this because one of the countries part of it, Burkina Faso, had a certain leader that was a visionary called Thomas Isodowe Noel Shankara. And that was the dream of Sankara all this while.
All right, thanks, Dr. Abati.
Okay, 2 meetings were held over the weekend. This is the State's Ordinary Summit of the ECOWAS Authority Office of State and Government, hosted by Nigeria, and was attended by a number of the leaders of the ECOWAS.
Yes, as a result of this, you can see clearly that a lot of people have different opinion, different objectives. I've got people in the comment section of the news channel, Arise News channel, talking and lambasting that Nigeria, Ghana, different countries should just break out. There should be nothing like ECOWAS. What's the use of ECOWAS? What's the impact, the effect, the input of ECOWAS in the community of West African states? Like a lot of controversial talks. Now the question will be, what will be the fate of Nigeria? What will be the fate of Ghana? What will be the fate of other countries that are not under the military regime? Should they stay put in with the ECOWAS as the country Ghana, Nigeria, and other countries that are not part of these three that have their leaders in the military sector, in the military regime? What will be the fate of other countries? What will be the fate of ECOWAS in the nearest future? These are the questions that keep springing in and out of my mind, and I'm like, oh my God, who knows eventually what will happen? From the look of things, the speculations, the way things are going, the way the Western, British and Russian countries are intruding and interfering in this whole thing. What will be the fate of ECOWAS? What will be the fate of Nigeria? What will be the fate of my own beloved motherland? Yes, this is a food for thought for each and every one of us to drop our inputs, exactly our opinions, down in the comment section. A lot of controversial contributions and opinions. Yes, I've even got my own fellow Nigerians in the comment section who were like, the only way out for Nigeria to be a well-restated country in the map of West Africa is breaking into Biafra, coming from the IPOBs and all whatnot. And I was like, wow, a lot of thoughts processing in my mind, processing in our head, just as I know you are. So I decided, yes, to bring this out here because, of course, we need to have this conversation said. We need to have this conversation open. Let's know our mind, our input, our opinion, our objectives, just for the fact that we are countries in West Africa. And kudos to everyone who has aired their opinion, their input based on our leaders. Yes, let's leave it at that, and as well drop our thoughts, our opinion and objective down there in the comment section. Let me know what you think as matured, intelligent mind, constructively and respectfully down the comment section, and I will continue with you right there in the comment section, guys, till I catch you in my next one. Keep vibing to your environment, your surrounding nature, and every good stuff whatsoever. And for now, do have a lovely, peaceful, blessed and a successful day. Ciao.